Hi, I'm Steph from the BMW DIY Guy, and do you want to add style and protection to your expensive wheels? I'll show you how. All right guys, so let's talk about this project and the reasons why you're going to want to do this yourself. Now keep in mind this install is brand agnostic, right? So I'm going to be working on my BMW M2 today. These instructions are going to be exactly the same across any brand of car and wheel from 14 inches to 22 inches. And I don't know about you, but OEM wheels are pricey enough. If you did upgrade to aftermarket wheels, look, there's no way around it. The prices are ridiculous. They're super expensive. So if I can find a way to not only protect my wheels from that accident, that horrible moment, and get a little bit of curb rash or something similar, and make them, and add some style at the same time, make them look different, so much the better. So this is RimPro Tech. They have a really cool, really easy to install product. I'm going to walk you through installation today. And to top it off, you check out their website, you look at the back of the box. They have an entire array, rainbow array of colors that you can use as well. So you can do contrasting colors, matching colors, doesn't matter. I'm going to be doing contrasting colors here to emphasize my M2. I'm going to do it also on my X3 with the pewter wheels, and so I've got silver color there, so it's going to blend in. And in addition, I've also got little inserts for the M colors as well. So I'm going to add protection and some style in this car, and I'll walk you through it. So this is really, really easy, and I'm going to take you through every single step. Now, the first thing we want to do is clean the wheel really thoroughly around the edge. Let's talk about that. Let's take a look at the wheel. All right, guys, so this is one of those projects that's going to take longer to prep for than it is actually to do. Now, I've taken a microfiber cloth all the way around and cleaned the outer rim of my wheel. It's pretty gross, but don't assume it's clean. Now, the package itself comes with a series of cleaning wipes. Absolutely plan on using these. There's one per wheel to walk all the way around. But what I am going to do just to make sure is I'm going to use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and go around the outside to make sure that this track is absolutely clean. When you look at, tire gloss and other products that can go on here that you may not be able to see, anything that cuts down on the adhesion of the adhesive, the 3M adhesive on the back of these tracks is going to be an issue. So now in my case, I've got a ridge here on my BBS wheels right here, so I'm going to be running the track right on this ridge, which I'll be honest with you, really excites me because I haven't road rashed or curb rashed any of my wheels, but if I hit this edge, if I hit this ridge that's on the wheel, it's going to carve that edge back. And then what? I mean, I can get my tires fixed, or my wheels fixed, but they're never going to be able to put that ridge back on. So I love the fact that I have these protectors that I'm going to put into place. I think they're going to look really, really good. So I'm going to start with a little bit of rubbing alcohol first. Let me do this kind of one time live, super simple. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to do this until it's clean. And then I'm going to use the wipes as well from the package from RimTech. So as we go, RimPro, excuse me. Yeah, look at that. That's gross. And that was off a clean, that was clean, right? And when I rubbed my fingers on it, that was clean. So you can see why you want to do this. And I'm going to do this several times. Some of this is coming off the wheel itself, off the rubber itself. So, kind of watch the track of what is in contact with your wheels right here. As we can see, mostly clean. We're going to do this again, especially when I've got this exposed ridge right here. I'm going to come around and just hit this ridge again and again and again until my paper towels are clean all the way around. Yeah, you can still see I'm getting some off. So at that point, once my paper towels stop returning any residue, I'll hit it with the wipes that come with it and then make sure everything is completely dry. And I'll show you how we put the track on all the way around. Okay, so when we're ready to install this and everything is clean and dry, just take your time in doing this. Now, make sure you've got a clean edge here. So I've taken a shop knife and just gotten a nice, very clean, straight cut so I don't have any burrs or anything in the plastic. And we're going to be peeling back the protector on the 3M adhesive all the way around. Now we're only going to do it in 3, 4, 5 inch sections at a time in this natural curve in the plastic. The other thing we're going to want to do is between the outer track and then the inner liner that's going to go in, we want to have the seams be opposite. Now I'm going to want to have my seams here. I'm going to use my valve stem as my anchor here on this side, that's also where I'm going to put my M color inserts right here on this side to be lined up with the valve stem. So I'm going to start opposite here on this side when I lay this in. So just pull off, you know, a good 3-4 inches, find a good spot, get that laid up and out of the way, and then just take your fingers and make sure that it's lined up really, really nicely. And I can feel that groove really easily with my fingers as I lay that in there, as I get that around. So I'll usually use a little bit of light pressure right at first to press it in, but then once it's in the right place, just like that, you can reset it if you have to, if it was off a little bit. And I could see that the lead edge there was off ever so slightly. So I'm just going to walk my way around really, really nicely to make sure that it's intact and in absolutely the right place. It's not out of balance or not off the track at least a little bit. Now, what you can always do is a test to make sure that this is going to stick down. You could always cut off just like a small, like little 1-inch section and stick it on and make sure it sticks. If it doesn't stick, then your wheel's not clean or your wheel's not dry. So make sure that it sticks down. Don't waste this material. So slowly just continue to pull. I'm going to pull a little bit more, get my fingers in here, look really, really closely as I go around. Make sure that it's lined up exactly where I want it to be. I don't want it off, you know, lopsided or anything strange. Looks really, really good. Looks even all the way around. Then I can just apply a little bit more firm pressure. Now there's an application tool that comes in the kit. I'll show you that once we're putting the inner liner in. I'll show you what that looks like. Right now, this is just peel and stick. So I'm going to peel a little bit more. You guys get the idea, but I'm just going to come around, set in. Change your angle looking at it if you have to make sure that everything is absolutely straight. I'm using my outer diameter and inner to make sure that I'm right on that ridge here on my wheels. Okay, so go ahead and walk the rest of the way around to the wheel. When we get to the other side, we're gonna have to cut off the excess. I'll show you that. We'll snip it and we'll get it lined up really, really nicely. All right, so as I made my way roughly around, I could tell I had a lot of excess material, so I cut the excess off just so it would be easier to work with. And you can see right here where I match. So you can use a shop knife, you can make a very clean mark right there, and then you use a very sharp set of shears to cut through to get the even, just so it meets up absolutely evenly. So I'm going to be very careful when I make that mark and very careful to cut through right there to make sure I get a nice seamless connection with no gaps. All right, so cut down. I did well on a gap. I've got a little bit of scallop here in the plastic that we're not going to see once the inner liner's in. That's simply because the snips I used have a little bit of curve to them. I should have known better. Make sure that your snips are straight bladed. Mine had a little bit of a curve, so it's scalloped here just a little bit. That's just me. That's not a product problem. And I could have used a shop knife as well, but no gaps between the material. So now just make sure to walk your way all the way around the wheel. Make sure that it's even before you stick it down really firmly, and then just walk your way all the way around. And I'm confident it's in a good place. It's sticking down very, very well, good adhesive all the way around. And so now we're going to put the inner track on next. All right, so let's go ahead and put the inner track on. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different because I actually have the M Colors kit, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to want to have this centered somewhere, and this is just a stylistic choice. So remember, it goes red, dark blue, light blue. So the dark blue is going to be the center piece, which I want opposite of my seam, because I want the inner lining coming around opposite of the seam on this side. So I'm going to center here off my valve stem the blue. It's curved already to match the curve here. We're going to take it and line it up really, really closely with my valve stem, and then just press into place. Now, the good thing is I can still move it a little bit if need be. I'm going to make sure that it's absolutely dead centered. It might be off ever so slightly. But there's also a tool that once we're putting this trim in, you're going to come around with this tool and press on this to make sure that these fit in and snap into place. You'll actually hear a little snap or a little pop. There was a very faint pop when I put that one in. So I put that there. I put the red on the upper edge here and the light Bavarian blue on the bottom edge here, once this is centered. Then we're going to walk the inner lining, which I'm going to use in black in this case. You're just going to walk it all the way around, come all the way up, nice, clean, even seam. Make sure you get a nice, clean, even cut, and then pop it into place. So let me get all this set, then I'll show you the rest all the way around. Yeah, that looks really great. It's going to look even better once I have the rest of the black in, which will highlight the red section right here. But this was on the suggestion from the RimPro Tech folks. I love it. I think it looks fantastic. So the rest, now unlike your tracks that you've got 4 of them, this is just one big long spool. So what you can do is you can lay it in, measure all the way around, cut off a section, don't cut off too much material, but cut off a section that comes all the way around that's going to fit. When you press this into place, just match it up really, really nicely. Snap it in. You probably didn't hear that sound, but it kind of clicks into place as it goes around really, really simply. Let me kind of rough press it for a moment here. And then you're going to want to use their provided tool to come around and press on it as well to make sure that it's all in place, because you wouldn't want it coming off, right? That'd be a drag. So just walk the tool around and make sure it all clicks into place really nicely. So I'm going to walk this around the outside. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. I'm already stoked about this. This is going to look great. All right, so I've already rough measured all the way around. I took one side, locked it in really nice right here, and then I'm just going to walk my way around. And there's a little bit of a pop as you put it in, and I'm just pressing it in with my finger right now. I'm going to use the tool here in a second to walk through the rest of it. But make sure you get, again, across your seam mark there really nicely. Yeah, you can hear a little bit of pop as you come around, which is nice. And I've already rough cut. Yeah, and I didn't cut off too much. So I've only got probably about, that's maybe a 1/3 of an inch. It's not even 1/2 inch left. So I was pretty tight there in my measurements. So then I'm going to, again, you can take a shop knife, just take and mark really, really tightly. I don't want any gaps at all as I do this. So I want to be about right there. If you're using your snips like I was, make sure that you don't scallop it like I did a second ago. Get a nice, clean, even cut. I'm even going to cut off maybe not quite enough to make sure that I've got a good, clean fit. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay, so that meets in really, really nicely, just like that. So then just take your tool, walk it around the outside, make sure that it is completely locked into place. I'm going to use the tool, and then I'm going to run around it again with my fingers just to make sure. But I like this a lot, and I'm really appreciative of their suggestion of the M colors. I really like that centered off my valve stem. So this looks really, really good. I like this. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just double check the installation and make sure it's good, and we're done. And what a cool and easy project. Prep takes longer than it does to actually install. Make sure you've got a good, clean, even install all the way around. Make sure your wheel is clean as you do it, and then you should be good to go. So just follow these directions, go and do the other 3 wheels, and you're done. All right, one quick last look here. Looks absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna get the other wheels done. I love the tricolor highlight. I think that's awesome. And the best thing about this is that these are armor for a very expensive part of your car. So now if you curb rash, 5 miles an hour less, well, bummer. And even if you tore these off, that's okay, because it's either going to minimize or completely eliminate damage to what could be a multi-$1,000 wheel. I'll do that all the time. So looks fantastic. I'm really pleased to have these on my car. Make sure to check out the X3 video as well. I'm going to be doing silver on the X3 pewter wheels. It's going to be great. So go ahead and clean up, put your tools away. Well done. All right, y'all, all done. You can tell this is not a hard project, and prep time took longer than it did to do the wheels themselves. And by the time you do the 4th one, you're going to be a pro at this, just cranking them out. So I'm really grateful to RimPro Tech for making such a fantastic product. It looks great. All of my interactions with them have been fantastic. And I definitely encourage you to check them out and see what it can be on your car. Highlighting colors, contrasting colors, all of your choices are really amazing. So make sure to check them out. Please make sure to click like and subscribe. It would make a genuine difference to my channel, and I would truly appreciate it. I'll see you on my next video.